Welcome back to the ultimate home for high-octane automotive news. Get ready because we are diving deep today. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe
So Volkswagen just dropped what might be one of their most crucial releases in years. We're talking up to 427 kilometers of range, seriously premium tech, and a price tag that could absolutely rattle the current EV market. Let's dive right into this explainer and strip back the layers of the brand new ID Cross to see if it's the game changer VW desperately wants it to be.
Because look, the real question here, is this the electric SUV we've all been waiting for? Volkswagen is making some huge promises about packing luxury class tech into a compact, practical footprint. So we're going to dig into the hard data straight from the VW newsroom to see if the ID Cross can actually back up all that hype.
And honestly, this number right here is exactly why the entire industry is on high alert, roughly 28,000 euros. In a market where we're seeing cars like the Hyundai Kona Electric and Volvo EX30 coming in at this aggressive entry point is a massive play to democratize electric mobility.
All right, let's kick things off by looking at the core strategy behind this new MEB Plus platform vehicle. VW brand CEO Thomas Schaefer is setting a remarkably high bar for this one. He's saying the ID. Cross blends tech expertise, clean design, and genuine all-rounder qualities, all for excellent value. He's clearly not pitching some stripped-down budget box here. This is basically a declaration of war on the middle market, promising a high-value daily driver without the typical compromises.
Moving right along, let's talk about the physical footprint because the intelligent packaging here is fascinating.
Visually, the ID Cross just looks fantastic. It uses what VW calls their pure positive design language, featuring this really sleek, elongated flying roof silhouette. Throw in the IQ.Light matrix LED headlamps, the 3D illuminated taillights, and those sharp 18-inch alloy wheels, and you've got a compact SUV with a very grounded, confident, and surprisingly premium stance. But like I said, it's about intelligent packaging. Thanks to the electric architecture pushing the wheels way out to the corners, you get a massive 475 liters of boot space. To put that in perspective, that actually beats its gas-powered cousin, the T-Cross, by 20 liters. It'll easily swallow luggage for 5 people, and it even has a highly versatile subfloor storage area.
Oh, and I absolutely love this little engineering detail. They actually managed to carve out a 25-liter frunk, a front trunk, under the hood. It perfectly solves that classic annoying EV problem of where to stash wet, muddy charging cables without trashing your main cargo area.
Okay, let's jump inside, because the cabin is where this thing really tries to punch way above its weight class.
Sitting in the driver's seat, you're greeted by a crisp 10.25-inch Digital Cockpit Pro. But here is the coolest cinematic Easter egg. It has an exclusive 1980s retro Golf I mode. You can literally swap the modern UI for a classic, old-school layout that cleverly replaces the vintage tachometer with a modern EV power meter. It's just a brilliant, fun nod to VW's heritage that drivers are going to love.
And the rest of the cabin completely backs up that premium feel. You rarely see this kind of equipment in a compact SUV. A massive 12.9-inch touchscreen, a fabric-covered dash, and 12-way electrically adjustable front seats. Imagine sitting in stop-and-go traffic using the pneumatic massage functions while listening to the 425-watt Harman Kardon sound system under a huge panoramic sunroof. It's genuinely luxurious.
Right, enough about the interior. Let's get underneath the floor and talk about power, range, and charging mechanics.
The big takeaway here is choice. You can spec either a 37 kilowatt-hour LFP battery or a larger 52 kilowatt-hour NMC pack. You pair those with 3 different front-wheel drive motor outputs, which gives you a performance spectrum ranging from 116 all the way up to a very solid 211 horsepower. If you max out your efficiency with that larger battery, you're looking at up to 427 kilometers of WLTP range. At a 28,000 euro price point, 427 kilometers is a massive blow to rivals like the Kia EV3 and MG4 EV. It pretty much entirely eliminates range anxiety for your daily commute and even weekend road trips. And when you actually do need to plug in on those longer trips, the charging curve is highly optimized. Standard DC fast charging pushes the smaller battery from 10 to 80% in a blazing fast 23 minutes. Even the bigger battery takes just 24 minutes on a 105 kilowatt charger. Literally, by the time you grab a coffee, you're ready to hit the road.
Let's pivot slightly and look at how Volkswagen is packaging all of these features across their advanced tech and trim levels.
So buyers have 3 distinct tiers. trend, life, and style. What's genuinely impressive is that even the absolute base trend model includes that 90 kilowatt fast charging right out of the box, which is a huge selling point. Step up to the life trim for 18-inch wheels and adaptive cruise, or go all out with style to get those gorgeous matrix LEDs, 3D taillights, and heated seats.
But the driver assistance tech is where VW's really flexing its software muscles. The connected travel assist can actually detect red traffic lights and brake automatically. Plus, with Park Assist Pro, you can literally step out of the car and park it remotely using just your smartphone. That is flagship-level tech in a compact SUV.
It's built for real-world utility, too. It features vehicle-to-load functionality, pushing out 3.6 kilowatts, meaning you can use the car's battery to power external devices, like charging your e-bikes on a weekend getaway. Add in a 1,200 kilogram towing capacity, and it's incredibly versatile.
All right, we've analyzed the design, the performance, and the tech. Let's pull all of this together for a final verdict.
Here's the objective balance sheet. The strengths: an exceptional €28,000 entry price, a massive 475-liter boot, highly competitive 427-kilometer range, and luxury tech that really pressures the EX30 and Kona Electric. The weaknesses? Well, it's front-wheel drive only, so performance purists will definitely notice the lack of an all-wheel drive dual-motor option. Also, initial market availability is strictly limited to Europe.
But ultimately, this feels like a true turning point for affordable, zero-compromise electric mobility. VW has engineered a highly practical, feature-packed compact SUV that legitimately brings luxury-class tech to the mainstream buyer without completely breaking the bank.
So, considering the premium tech, the impressive range, and that deeply disruptive price tag, I have to ask, is the ID Cross the car that will finally convince you to make the jump to electric? Honestly, could this become Volkswagen's best-selling EV ever? Take a look at the data, look at the design, and let that sink in.
And subscribe to the channel for more.